the shop of lost thoughts. Not all fairy tales bring comfort. Some twist, loop, and open doors best left closed. Fairy Tales That Should Not Be Read is a collection of strange, whimsical, and slightly unsettling stories. They don't give easy answers. They make you think. They don't entertain. They transform. Why shouldn't they be read? Because they linger. Because they change you. Step into a world where reality bends. Listen carefully. In the very center of the city, where trees never shed their leaves and street lamps only lit up when someone looked at them closely, there stood a peculiar shop. Its sign changed letters depending on who was reading it, revealing a different name to each passerby. Mr. Endless Worry read, "The Shop of Lost Thoughts." "Oh, this is exactly what I need," he exclaimed, and resolutely stepped inside. The door opened without a sound, and inside he found an entirely empty hall. "Excuse me, do you sell found thoughts here?" Mr. Worry politely asked. "Not quite," replied an invisible voice. "Here, we get rid of them." What a scandal! Mr. Worry nearly choked on his indignation. Who in their right mind would want to get rid of their thoughts? "Those who have too many," the voice replied calmly. Suddenly, right in front of him, a tall shelf appeared, filled with various thoughts. They were packed in boxes, jars, and even envelopes. Some were neatly wrapped, others were covered in dust. "Here, take a look," the voice suggested. For example, this thought: "What if I do something wrong?" Mr. Worry glanced at it, and immediately something inside him stirred. "Oh, that one's mine," he cried. "Are you sure?" the voice inquired. "Well, I don't remember losing it, but I definitely use it every day." "And why do you need it?" "What do you mean? Why?" Mr. Worry was taken aback. "If I don't have it, what else will I think about?" The voice said nothing. Mr. Worry looked at the shelf. There were many other thoughts. What will people think of me? I must keep everything under control. I cannot allow myself to make mistakes. Carefully, Mr. Worry picked one up and immediately felt how heavy it was. He tried to take another and his fingers trembled under its weight. "Are you leaving something behind or taking more with you?" the voice asked politely. Mr. Worry suddenly realized that his pockets were already full of such thoughts. He had been carrying them for so many years that they had become part of his very being. "And what if I leave them here?" he asked hesitantly. "You can, but in return you must take something else." "What do you have?" The shelf began to change. Instead of the old heavy thoughts, new ones appeared. "I can make mistakes, and that's okay. The world won't end if I am simply myself. I can breathe freely." Mr. Worry took one. It was light as a feather. He took another, and suddenly his shoulders felt lighter, his breath deeper. "Thank you," he whispered. "You are always welcome," the voice replied. Mr. Worry carefully stepped out of the shop. Behind him, the door closed softly, and the sign above the entrance shifted once more. This time he read, "Nothing is truly lost. It only changes." Moral: thoughts never disappear. We simply choose which ones to carry with us.